guys, what you see here is my raised beds. I'm tearing my raised beds out and I'm planting in the ground. I still have a lot of my garden the way it was. I'm going to leave this raised bed with the mint because it's just overwhelming. It's overrun with mint. There's two kinds right there, and already they're still making it outside the bed, but you know what mint's going to do. It's going to be everywhere if I take that bed out. So I'm working on this, and what I'm doing is, unfortunately, this soil is compromised. My cat came out here and just pooped in it. It's a giant cat box. I mean, I cleaned out some of it already, but I'm going to throw this worm on over in here, give him a new home. And so what I'm doing is I'm putting the dirt into this sifter I made. Screen and put a thing on it. And then I'm putting it in there and I'm sifting it out. And then all the stuff that's not coming through okay, like this little pebbly looking stuff and poop, goes into this container. And then what I'm doing right now is I'm leaving what's under the ground, under the boxes, down, and that's like healthier than it was before. And I'm putting all the stuff I sift over here so that I can put bark over here. And I'm getting some whiskey barrels. I'm going to put them around my fruit trees. That is my nectarine. And I just got, I'm so excited. I cannot tell you how excited I am. I just got, here, I'm going to sit down and tell you about it. I just got, like I'm giddy with it. It's not here at the house right now, but I put a deposit down on a grafted apple so it's non-GMO and it's all apples that grow up here, but you know, for some people the area is too small to put in multiple apple trees. And I have a teeny, this is my yard right here, see? And I'm going to put fruit trees in this yard right here. So you see my fence right there? That's it. There's my fence. There's my fence. So we're talking maybe 8 to 10 feet at the most in width. And then here's the other end of it. So, and I've already cleared out one raised bed right here. And I'm working on this one right over here. I'm finding some grubs. Poopy little grubs. You want to die, grubs? Die. I think the grubs are, what do you call, pincher bugs, I think is what they are. So the little buggers are going to be pincher bugs, I think. And I'll leave him right over here for a second. Can't get him. Okay, anyway, so this apple tree that I got, I see a bunch of worms moving, and I'm being distracted by it because I want to put them somewhere else. I don't want to end up throwing them into that discard thing. Okay, so see, I get distracted so easy. Worms distracted me this time. So my apple tree has 5 different type of apples on it. It has Honeycrisp, Brayburn, Fuji, Gala, and Granny Smith. And that's what I was looking for. I was looking for an apple I asked her for an apple that could be used for both baking and eating, because I don't have room for more than one tree. So I have a nectarine now, putting in this apple, and it's going to already be a lot bigger, especially in 2 months. And then we're also putting in a plum and an apricot. And I told you about the story behind the apricots. So, yeah, and then I also have some moringa seeds. I tried sprouting them, and I don't know what I did wrong. They never sprouted. So I'm going to give it another try and Moringa can't tolerate our winters because we get snow and a hard frost. So my husband and I are going to be building a greenhouse in my backyard, because my backyard has now 3 oak trees, giant oak trees in the backyard. So really not a lot of sun gets back there. So some sun does, but and we had one tree brought down for that white oak beetle that killed the oaks up here in Southern California, wiped them out. So and I have another one that needs to come down, but they have to come in with like a crane, and because I live in a mobile park, they're gonna pay for it because I don't have $500 to $1,000 to have a 200-year-old oak tree removed. But it's sad that it's dying. And it's kind of a good thing that it's going to come out too, because that is the one oak tree that is leaning towards my house. It's like literally a foot away from my house. And now it's dying, so we need to hurry up and get that thing. Sorry about my shaky hands. I've been shoveling and sifting dirt and various things out in the garden, and my muscles are my muscles, yeah, what muscles? Seriously, but yeah, because I have fibromyalgia that's really affecting my back as far as my muscles go, and I'm truly trying to build up my now a bee wants to come and visit me. Everything's been good until now. But it's just a bee. Bees will leave me alone. They're like minding their own business. Go ahead. Mind your own business. Problem I've been having? Yellow jackets. Usually it's hornets and wasps. This year, yellow jackets. Oh my God. Those guys are aggressive. And I'm not game for that. But anyway, let's, instead of digressing about that, so what I'm going to do is here where the raised beds were, right here is where I am sifting this dirt out now, and this dirt over there I just got done sifting, and I'm spreading it around over there. So I am going to just plant directly in the ground, and I have this right here as a border up against my fence right there. This is going to go on the fence, and then I'm going to get some black stuff to border these right here, and I'm going to plant directly in the ground. Because up in my community garden, the plants did way better. Even though they're raised beds, it's still in the ground. So they just built forms, you know. So, but I did get 2 new plants in yesterday. Let me see if I can show it to you without sticking my finger in the camera. I'm going to go over the fence to do it. So that right there is a white and yellow honeysuckle. And this over here is a pink honeysuckle. So he'll be attracting the bees, and of course I have to show you guys my blooming. Right now we're blooming pansies. They're so pretty. I love their faces. As you see, my mint is doing wonderful, and what happened was my son cleaned the roof off. We have this corrugated aluminum roof thing, you can't see it from here, and it was covered in oak leaves, so he got up there and swept it all off, and it was just all over my yard. And this was just kind of like doing okay, but just doing okay. And as soon as he got those oak leaves in there, it's just busting out. So on one side I have orange mint, and on the other side I have pineapple mint. Okay, so that's what we're doing in the garden. And then next on my agenda, I have to put in more watering stuff for the new plants and the trees. And I bought these to get my seeds started because I kind of lagged. You know, the whole COVID thing, you know, I was inside, I was doing masks at first, but I didn't make a whole ton of them, mostly just for the family and stuff, a few friends, because it was really hurting my neck to make them. And then my sewing machine took a dump. I have to take it in, and something weird happened with the bobbin, so, and it needs a tune-up anyway. It hasn't been taken care of since 2015, so yeah, so I'm kind of lagging. But I'm hoping things will do a lot better once I get them in the ground, because the whole raised bed thing just didn't work here in my yard. So I had decided, I think before spring, I had decided that I was going to do only fruit trees in the front yard, and maybe my strawberries, because the shade that they'll have enough, you know, shade, sun filtration, you know, because they like the filtered shade or filtered sun. And I was going to do strawberries, so, but I haven't even gotten any strawberries yet. It's really too late for strawberries. We're in May now, and you know, it's gonna start getting pretty darn hot. So, well, maybe strawberries next year. Anyway, in the meantime, I do have strawberry seeds too. Oh, I did not plant the echinacea. That's what I didn't plant. Got a whole bunch of flower seeds here, and getting ready to do some planting and get some seeds ready for some vegetables and stuff. I think I ordered a book. It was recommended by Big Bear Homestead, and it was called Foodscape Revolution. Foodscape Revolution. That's like a tongue twister for me. Yeah, so I ordered that book, and it's going to help me, you know, figure out what plants are you know, like complement each other. And in my small little area, I want to be able to, you know, have a small walking path through here. But for the most part, I want to have, you know, a full-on garden. And I only have 2 chairs out here with my table. I could put more if I really needed to, but I finally got an umbrella too. Oops, whoa, I almost like finally got a new umbrella too after my other one. That video was done probably about a year ago, and I had a giant gust of wind come, and it lifted my umbrella right on about, busted it to pieces. So we are getting gusts of wind right now, but it's holding steady. So that's my new umbrella, and it's just like the other one, but I paid a hell of a lot less. So amen to Amazon for that, I'll tell you. I think the other one was like $125. I was like, when I ordered this, I didn't even think it had the little tilt thing, and I thought that it was like I just had to pull the cord. I don't know why I was thinking all that stuff, because I think it was $40. And then when I got it, I was like, oh cool, it has a crank wheel to open it up, and it has the part where you can tilt it up top. Maybe it's not as really good quality, I don't know, but so far it's doing fine, and I'm happy with it. So I can sit out here in my beautiful garden and enjoy myself. And my grapes, my grapes are busting out. Very happy. Yeah, so that one's the blueberry grape. I've got my other one over there, so things are gonna start picking up, and I'm doing as many flowers that are herbal. You know, I have echinacea, I have feverfew, marshmallow, pansy, petunia, calendula, you know, stuff like that. I'm trying to find some. Now, this isn't a flower, but I am trying to find some comfrey. There's no comfrey out here. Southern California, it doesn't, unless I heard that it grows like a weed, but I haven't seen it. I don't think it grows like a weed out here. Maybe it's just too dry, or I don't know what, but it's not. I haven't seen that, I know. So I'm really not that familiar with comfrey. But that's one I definitely want to grow. I've heard a lot of great stuff about comfrey for healing. So, and that's got to be part of my foodscape, you know? And the other thing I need to do is, I mean, I'm loving my gardening, I really do, but meat's kind of weird right now, guys. Weird. We stocked up a little bit. It was actually by accident. I sent my son to the store. I sent him to Costco. And I said, I need you to get these things. He calls me up, tells me he can't get any ground turkey because I asked for ground turkey. Got everything else. But there were limits. So then I call up my husband and I said, can you stop at Aldi's and grab some ground turkey? Rowan already got the list of things that he had already gotten. But he couldn't get ground turkey. Could you please get ground turkey? Apparently my husband didn't hear Rowan already got, but he heard the list of things that Rowan got, and he got them too. And the ground turkey. So we're okay on meat right now. I'm hoping that it'll be okay enough for a minute, because I'm not wanting to go into the stores. I hate it. I hate shopping anyway. I'm just not a shopper, you know. I like hanging out in my garden and creating and stuff like that. So when I have to go to the store, I'm just like, I'm also that way about going to work. And I enjoy my job. It's just, you know, once I get there, I'm gangbusters, you know, but going into work, I'm like, ugh. So right now, that's not what I'm doing. I'm working from home because school employees, yeah, we're still essential workers, but we only need to actually go into work if we need to, like if it's a internet thing for me, which is, as a lot of you know, if you look back at my old videos, who has the worst internet probably in the world would be me. So, yeah. So, I'm going to go. And then, you know what? I'm going to try and be back again soon. And I'll talk to you guys later. All right? Love ya. Bye. Oops, I covered my camera. Sorry. Bye. God bless.